Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Army Overlord, and welcome to the Have Faith Esports Series Weekend Game 2. The game of the week will be D-k9 versus Cetra Gaming. Two of the top dogs currently on the board, currently on the registration. I will be casting with.
Hey guys, it's Breezy. Yeah, hopefully this is a good match. I'm really looking forward to it.
Indeed, and I am looking forward to it as well. It is. I've been following the stories of both D-k9 and Cetra Gaming. These guys are the cream of the crop, the best of the best for what they are worth. Let's see if these two titans, these two unstoppable force and the unmovable object will finally clash into this, and only one may come out on top. Let's see who wins this. As we get ourselves ready into position here, guys, this is the best of the cream of the crop. So you wanna take the best type of food here. This is the first item you select when you walk into the store of your grocery store, your nearest one, your local one. You take a look at an item. It's like a bag of Doritos. You just look at it, you see it, you're like, this is the one I want to eat. This is my bag. This is exactly the kind of quality match you're going to get right here. Does anybody know what I said? Nope. Something about a bag of Doritos?
I won't be denied.
Well, seems like right off the bat, this is where I'm going to be extremely interested in seeing who's going to come out on top. Because, wow. This is going to be the best of the best. It's even more interesting when they've got D-k9's got a brand new top laner, because I don't know exactly how this new top laner is going to fare against Marksman, who's been doing a really good job so far in his matchups at the top side.
And it seems like they're banning out the mid laner from D-k9 side.
Well, Charabon, nice seeing you, man. If you could drop a follow, that'd be fantastic. We trying to get Have Faith to that nice 70 followers. We're hopefully going to reach that at some point in our time here, but it'd be absolutely great to know immediately if we can get there before we even reach next week. But for the time being here, it looks like multiple bans are coming right off the board here. So
let me get in there.
Let's go ahead and ask a really important question here. Breezy, who do you like?
Yes, sir.
Which team looks like the better team right now? As we go into the first pick,
Well,
Nar's been selected.
To be honest, I was a part of D-k9, but I'm not going to be biased here. I'm not sure which is the better team, to be honest. I think it's a fair matchup. We just have to wait it out because Kaiser is really good and he's been popping off lately, and Marksman's also really good. And then on D-k9 side, their main shot caller is Jokanoder, and they banned out one of his best champions, which is the Sejuani.
True stuff here. It looks like, meanwhile, in that conversation, Orianna has been selected for Kessler, and Rakan has been selected for Mango Kanye. It looks like if you're not going to give me my Sejuani, I'm going to take a Maokai as his response to the follow-up pick for him. He will confirm the tree, and it will be his for this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Maokai with Banar. That's really good engage and really good peel for whatever's the backline for D-k9. Looks like the Corki's going mid and into that Orianna. So I guess now both teams are going to prioritize banning out the 80 carries.
As they should. At this point, you want to make it so that way Lit and Marksman Boy do not get the 80 carry that they're looking for in this matchup. Oh, never mind. It looks like Kessler's about to take it early for Marksman Boy. Going to prevent Lit from having an opportunity. Will Lit take Callista here? He has used it before, but so has Marksman Boy in the past. Perhaps they both know each other's strengths and weaknesses.
And I know for sure Lit's Callista is really, really good. But from D-k9, they're going to have to really focus now on banning out the top laner. And making sure that Marksman doesn't get a solid pick of his. And Cetra is definitely going to start banning out the support.
Yeah, yeah.
So Gragas off the board as well. So they're just trying to get rid of the junglers at this point here. Interesting. They're trying to get CG Logic off of his game, considering they tried to get Joker off of his jungler earlier. Guess they're trying to do the same thing in retaliation.
And I think it's a good strat, but when you don't really know what's going to come out of the top lane, I think you should definitely focus the top lane, just because it'll impact the game more later on. Like that, it could be a Renekton pick coming out, or even an Irelia. And I don't know if Marksman plays Irelia, but an Irelia into Gnar. Oh wow, I called it.
Oh yes, you did. 100%. Here we go. 5 seconds left. Is this going to be? The prediction god has been. Oh my goodness! Last second, they knew. They knew. They knew. They were watching the whole time. They're probably having a good laugh about it now. Well, Cho'Gath against Gnar. How's that look?
Well, I'm not really a top laner. I'm not too. I don't really know the matchup, but I do know that Gnar fares, I guess, is more of a favor for Gnar early game, only because he has his mini form which outranges the Cho'Gath, and he's going to be able to poke him out. Most likely until Cho'Gath gets like an item too. Gnar's just going to bully him, especially if he gets a Black Cleaver or any type of lead early on.
Oh, interesting. It looks like Wind Moon Film has decided to take a very aggressive late game support, going for the brand to try to have the extra damage. Very interesting.
And that's a very surprising pick. It's really strong. If it's played correctly, the brand can easily stun the Rakan.
Oh, wait a second.
Wait a second.
Yes! It is going to be Irelia.
100%. Yes.
The prediction god, 100% accurate, 100% of the time.
So it is so it's a Cho'Gath jungler, and basically.
Wait a second. Hold on. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yes,
right,
it is
actually.
a
Okay, yeah, you called it. Why did I even doubt you?
So now, I mean, the top Joker Node is definitely gonna have to come top lane, and try to shut down the Irelia early, because if he doesn't, the Irelia is definitely gonna steamroll and just easily beat the Gnar into mid and late game. And not only that, Cho'Gath becomes massive, especially with those his R stacks. I'm really looking forward to the bottom lane matchup, though.
The Jhin brand, long range poking, long range damage versus the Xayah Rakan, a very close engage, high damaging, fast pace, high dodge ability, high move ability bot lane. So it's range versus range, and then we've got the burst damage on the Corki versus the burst damage on Orianna. They're kind of similar in a certain way, except for their ultimates, where their ultimates are so drastically different that you can say that they're position displacing, but they have entirely different motions of action. So it's going to be pretty awesome to watch for that.
It's definitely going to be one of those matchups you really want to keep your eye on. Just knowing how to play Orianna myself, she should be able to win throughout all stages of the early game, mid game, and late game. But if Corki gets a kill or two, it's definitely going to affect the game and its pace. Okay. Especially with his passive, he'll be able to roam down bot lane and just create a whole entire catastrophic type of play if it's done correctly.
You're right, and that's going to be like D-k9's, one of their fortes is really accurate CCing, and I hope they can really make that coordination work really well. But I have a more important statement here. It's time to talk about hot players and cold players. You know, the standard for the hot and cold player has been very shaky lately, because it's like, okay, what is the standard of a player that has been consistently hot? And what is the standard of a person that is actually doing not as well as they're supposed to? The truth is, it's hard to gauge. It's hard to read. It's hard to be genuinely accurate with it. But because if you think about it any other way, it's always going to be hard to read who's technically playing better than they're supposed to or playing worse than they're supposed to, which has always made the hot and cold players kind of difficult up until this point. So with this being said, I don't know if this exists in anywhere in the earth, but this is the closest I can think to two very hot sources of power is two volcanoes. The reason why two volcanoes don't exist together is because it would be so catastrophic in nature. This is exactly what I'm thinking of when I see these two teams. These two teams are two volcanoes, and their lavas are about to collide in 30 seconds here, folks. It is a no-go zone for anybody even close in this area. And I assure you that levels of heat have never been so much hotter for both sides here. But I will say that there is a heat source that is a bit less than the others. The new top laner has a lot to prove here because the rest of his team is looking absolutely as hot as ever. And I'm hoping that he can provide the necessary heat source to be just as dominant. Will D-k9 struggle through this, or will Cetra Gaming have their own struggles? We shall find out in this match coming up.
And I think the best thing to point out, at least for when I'm watching this game, is whether or not is Marksman going to have the same level of play, the same level of confidence going into this top lane matchup, in which he should win. Because if he pops off, that entire composition of D-k9 is definitely going to struggle containing that Irelia. She will be able to solo, to 1v2 both carries, the Corki and the Jhin, especially with Jhin being so immobile.
Indeed. Well, it's only mere seconds, mere moments away for our viewing pleasure here. They're already in the match right now. They're already in the laning phase. They're already swinging at it. We don't even know for a fact exactly if we're prepared or if they're prepared. This could be, we could be looking at the future playoffs here, ladies and gentlemen. We might be looking at these two teams could be walking into playoff opportunity. This could be the deciding factor to know the knowledge necessary to learn their opponents before they even get to take them on. This could be the match we're going to be watching later in the weeks, folks. This could be the playoffs. This could even possibly be the championship match, depending on circumstances, of course. I am way ahead of myself when I say this, obviously. But how can I not say it with such confidence? These two teams are incredibly, unbelievably powerful and consistent. Let's see who's going to come out on top here and who is going to be the stronger halves of these volcanic eruptions.
Yeah, definitely. My game is stuck at 2 seconds for some reason.
Well, stuck at 2 seconds, you said?
Yep. Never mind. It was paused. Good job, Breezy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, bottom line here, folks. This is exactly what you came to see. This is the match that you could be seeing in the near future. Because these guys are going to give everything they got to learn, to understand, to get good war coverage, to get strong results. This is the game that they're going to prove which team is stronger right now and which team may be stronger in the playoffs. We go right at it with a mere few seconds away from the buff spawning, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the starting time for both teams. Let's see who has the right stuff for game one.
And quickly, Gnar has he's leashed and Joke in order, so Irelia should be able to pick up more, experience. But she's actually gonna freeze the wave there instead of taking the advantage.
Right, and meanwhile, bot side, the Jhin, the Brand, they're gonna try to get their own level advantage against their opponents as well. Let's hope that doesn't backfire against them, trying to get the lane pushed in quickly. And for Irelia's sake, I hope Irelia can really get some good advantage against the lesser level Gnar.
I mean, right away, the Gnar has a CS advantage, which is, that's disappointing because he went into the lane late compared to the Irelia, so
Interesting decision by Moonwind Film, trying to get some early pressure onto Marksman, trying to force them back early and utilize the range superiority of the W that I'm Lex has. Marksman at this stage in time is being pressured by the opposing Gnar. The damage is coming through here, but it does not seem to be extremely threatening yet. Marksman is going to be taking some frontal approach here, but nothing too serious. Meanwhile, Mango Kanye and Marksman Boy are just trying to take it casually, getting some fun when they can. Gessler and Freddy, these two mid laners are perhaps the best ones in half-eighth as they're going at each other here, but Jokernoder, with the deciding factor, has decided to engage, but it looks like he will not get the kill against Kessler. He does escape.
That's such a great escape on Kessler's. Wow.
Really good job. I mean, I think Jokernoder for a second there was like, okay, I got this. Nah, it's fine. I got this. And then he just slipped right out of his hands.
You actually sound like him there.
I've been practicing my impersonation of him for a while now. Big fan of.
Jin is actually Lit's best AD carry. So
Marksman Boy.
They need to play this more cautiously.
They're keeping themselves sustained here, trying to keep away from that outrageous damage, but it's hard to avoid, and there you go again. Mango goes ahead for a quick engage. Marksman Boy is going to get some good damage in. He's actually going to be able to get the root down. Wind has got to back off right away, and it looks like Mango is going to continue the pressure. Wind is finally realizing how low they are and coming back to try to get some skill shots in. And Joker immediately coming down in the nick of time to send the help necessary, but it looks like Joker is not going to get that opportunity. Dodges the W, good job. But Joker actually is going to stay down here. He's going to try to wait for a play.
And now he's just losing time and losing a lot of experience compared to CJ Logic, who went mid lane, tried to gank, decided it wasn't worth it, and then just went straight to his Raptors camp, and now he's a level above him.
Unfortunate for Jokernoder here. It seems like two failed gank opportunities, as he thought he had a good chance at both of them, and both of the opportunities seemed to slip out of his fingers. Perhaps it could be because he thought he could get there in time. Maybe he set up a play, but just didn't seem to get there. The pressure at the bot lane still continues here. Wind has plenty of mana to throw around here, and Mango trying to stay within pressure range to get the extra health to Marksman Boy. Meanwhile, Aurelia in the top lane easily taking advantage of grabbing as much farm as possible. Gnar seems to be unable to get any damage on him in retaliation.
I was actually going to say the same thing. Aurelia's not taking the lead in top lane, which is that's a big disaster for D-k9 if she starts snowballing.
Indeed. Pressure at the deep range by Lit, trying to continue pushing this bot lane further and further back. Once again, Jokernoder shows up at the bot lane. I think the support has spotted him, but I don't know. They don't see any pings yet. Maybe they don't know where Malachi is. Looks like Jokernoder is trying to look for some trouble here. He's walking right into Cho'Gath. Appears to be backing off while the bot lane continues to add pressure. Jokernoder clears out the fruit, even though he really didn't need to use the fruit. I guess he's just trying to prevent Cho'Gath from having any extra resources. Jokernoder here's ganking attempts, and mobility seems to be at first a waste of time, but let's see if that's what it is. Oh, Irelia is going to get punished heavily for that damage, but it looks like we'll survive the outrageous burst. Marksman's going to continue to return damage. The CC has landed. Jin is on the run here. Cho'Gath hits the CC, but no, he will miss it actually by the nick of the flash. Lit is returning the damage. Logic is running back.
And that's actually, very unfortunate for Cetra's bot lane. They're using a lot of D-k9's cooldowns, but
it looks like Wind is about to try to catch Logic off balance. Brand is chasing in on Logic, gets the ward placement down. They'll know exactly where the jungler is now. Great ward placement, I gotta admit, by Wind Moon Film, who is providing an insanely great amount of warding averages since his start on D-k9. Kessler secures the blue buff here. No attempt was made as the pressure at bot lane continues. Lit is still firing those W's like he is going to gun down a man at a great range. Marksman is finally going to get some pressure here. The stun lock is so real, but Marksman survives yet again.
Wow.
He might get a kill. No, he throws it back on the flash. Oh my goodness, the flash Q takes out Irelia as he was trying one last play to get revenge. Wow, this actually worked out great for Joker Noder, who had consistently so far missed multiple opportunities for ganking.
And that's so unfortunate for that Irelia. If she would have never went back in, he would have died because he would have never got that. I think he hit level 7 right after that hit.
True beans.
Wow.
Bot lane pressure is still continuing to be very difficult so far for Mango and Marksman Boy, as they're struggling to even keep up and farm right now with that consistent pressure. But very good job so far.
I honestly think that's a pretty good... I don't think they're struggling because the Jhin did take Doran's ring, so his mana regen is just gonna keep
Freddy getting the
in.
cutoff here. Kessler's got nowhere to go here. Sorry to interrupt you. Kessler does go for the ult, but Freddy, with the very well-placed knockoff here, makes that gank look way too easy. Joker Noder simply only there to keep the Orianna in place. Marksman is starting to hit onto the Gnar, who's got his ultimate, throws him, but it's a quick jump away, and that will be a disengaged fight here. Meanwhile, Logic holding off the lane here while Freddy gets some good damage in.
And unfortunately for CJ Logic, he was almost there at the right timing, but just was too slow rotating to mid. And now we see a control ward placed in Tribush on top side.
Indeed.
Irelia definitely doesn't want to be
lost
ganked.
track on Gnar, as Gnar seems to be going for the, I believe, the Scuttle Crab. Yeah. So, not bad. Adding some vision in the early game here. It looks like we're about to reach the 10-minute mark here, and I like the control war coverage so far by Cetra Gaming, as they already have 2 out at this time. Let's check back with them in 5 minutes if they're going to continue that control war coverage, as Joker's starting to spot out some Tribush wards. He moves in on Rakan at... Here we go.
Another gank.
Mango, nowhere to go. Use the jump over to avoid the gank. Good job on his escape here, as Logic cleanly takes the not the Herald, the crab.
And I don't know why Wind Moon would place that control ward right after CJ Logic is still in, in the dragon area. They get full vision of him placing it down, and now it's gone.
Well, it looks like the pressure is still continuing here. Marksman is trying to beat up on that Gnar. Oh, that stun looks rather potent. He might be maxing that out to get some more damage onto the Gnar, perhaps.
And the flash is gone on Freddy. His Corki, which is very unfortunate. He only has his W now to avoid.
Ooh, gonna go for the stun here. That damage is pretty potent here. It looks like it might be enough to take out the Gnar. Gnar's got the slow, though. Marksman needs another jump. Is he gonna... Yes! He does land the ultimate to get the damage on Gnar. That's a very vital kill that needed to happen for him.
Yeah, definitely. That brother's definitely gonna need that kill to start popping off. We see Joker Noder rotating towards Cetra's blue side. He's gonna miss the little bush. What if
so it looks very interesting here. Freddy decides to take the Hex Drinker advantage, I would say, in this lane. With the Hex Drinker early purchase, it will allow him to be able to tank Kessler's damage enough, so that way there won't be any play being made. But it looks like, oh my goodness, I thought he had the root. I thought he had the root for sure there. It actually, I think he used it just a second too early. That bot lane's going crazy, but Marksman's here to make a big fight happen at mid. Marksman will, I think, regret that. He goes down, Kessler gets the kill, but it looks like Kessler's got to get out of there. Logic is going to end up being forced to use his ult to try to get some burst damage for Kessler. It doesn't work out. That's 3 deaths, but finally, the Marksman has finally came through. The CC... Oh! Never mind! Lit actually manages to hit. Oh my goodness, hits Rakan, and that's the ace. Early
That's so
ace.
unfortunate.
Pops Rakan right in the side of the head as he's about to knock him up. And down he goes. Marksman Boy completely shocked at the lack of CC. And then immediately hits it. Oh my goodness. What an absolutely fortunate circumstance for Lit, who most definitely, I'd say, expected to be knocked up there, but does get the shot in time. That's exactly what needed to happen for Lit. Great job for him. And right now, D-k9's exactly where they want to be, ahead of their opponent.
Yeah, and Freddy's one item away from completing the Trinity Force, and we see the black cleaver already on Gnar. So this Irelia is going to be in a whole lot of pain now.
Yep, it's going to come down to late game here, I'd say, between these two teams here. I would not expect anything less. It's going to be decision time and team fighting time that decides that. What do you think? Yes, no, maybe? What do you think?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that really quick? Yeah,
I was saying I think the game's going to come down to like a 40-minute game. I think that it's going to come down to team fights and decision making that will decide the match. What do you think?
It's already a 7-3 lead on D-k9's part. I think the more Cetra starts falling apart, the sooner the game's going to end. Only because D-k9 knows how to capitalize on leads, and they're very, very good and efficient on that. So unless they can keep that Irelia safe and let her go into mid and late
Ghost
game.
Blade for the extra movement speed. Ain't gonna matter though. The CC has been consistent. That's gonna be so much damage to
and
burst.
Marksman picks up that kill. That's
Win
so good
through the ultimate just to get him off, and it does not do even closely enough damage to matter. Gnar on the ropes here. Does have the big Gnar though. I would suspect something else along the line here. Logic is going to try to throw off Joker, forcing him back here. Ult has been landed and is going to be Kessler that's going to pay the price. No, he's not. He gets the ultimate off in time. Joker Noter on the ropes goes down here. The ults are getting caught. Freddy's going to try for one bigger play. Logic going for the body block to prevent the rocket shots. That rocket almost took out Mango.
Command Protect saves Rock, and then...
Good job by Logic with the body blocking up until that point. There was absolutely nothing Freddy could do here to get any
Freddy almost killed the Rockin'.
Yeah, and he almost died himself too. Does survive though. Well, looks like Irelia has taken control of the top lane again here, trying to prevent Gnar from backing. While the bot lane trying to continue that pressure, the damage by Brand seems to be lackluster right now, due to Moonwind deciding to go with a more passive Brand approach. His damage will come in the later half of the game, but going with the items he has right now, his damage is not present yet. And it's only more proven with that Cho'Gath gank against that bot lane. His damage just wasn't there.
And this bot lane's actually relatively close. Yeah, the Zaya's about 25 CS down, but it doesn't show, honestly. So
indeed, Kessler gonna get some damage on the enemy jungler. Marksman still with the farm advantage, but is down in kills against Agelin.
Rakan gets caught.
Oh, Joker looking a little low there. He's going to get the last auto attack. Joker Noter uses the flash in a panic and unfortunately does go down anyway. Realized it halfway into the flash and decided to just accept his fate and die. Unfortunate for him. Control ward has been noticed here and the vision has been cleared out. That's going to be a little tricky for Win to make the decision here, as he does not have any damage items yet. Only still sticking with the very passive approach. Marksman taking the brunt of the Gnar. The jump comes in. The stun has landed, and Marksman might be able to get out of this one. He throws the rock. It's on point. Marksman is still on the run. He uses the ultimate, gets the stun CC lockdown, and Freddy at the same time gets the tower at the mid.
Such a good play by D-k9's new top laner. That was such a good play.
Marksman Boy and the Rakan have gone at their opportunities over and over. But still, that bot lane does have the upper hand. Kessler, okay.
Ooh.
Looks like Moon did not want anything to do with that Orianna.
And
Not
that's a
even
flash
one
down
thing.
for Brand.
They're going to try to keep that pressure
The
coming.
Ripno.
They're sending everything they can at mid lane to get that tower down quick. That's a ton of damage. They will take it very fast. That's 2 towers going down rather quickly. Good job by Freddy and Joker.
And the teleport is used on Marksman. He's going to try to flank. There it is.
He does got Freddy in a pinch.
Yeah.
Can Freddy get out of this? No, he has no chance. Orianna secures the kill. Marksman, he's hungry. He's got the blood rage in his arms. He's gonna go right for that Joker. He doesn't care what's on the other side of that wall. Joker throws the CC down, trying to get a Marksman off. And it looks like Kessler is coming here to the backup. Logic is going to try to get some good damage. He does get the bite kill. Marksman back into the fight yet again. Joker goes down
There it
along
is.
with it.
And
Ugh,
Zetra's taking the goal lead. No, I'm sorry, the kill lead, I should say.
yeah.
Goal lead's still in favor of D-k9, but that's so unfortunate. That's a free dragon for Cetra.
Absolutely. And Lex is the only one left alive here as he is being slightly moved back by Marksman Boy. Although it's not exactly like Marksman Boy has a way to kill him at this stage. At least he doesn't have enough damage yet to do so. The Ocean Drake will fall into the hands unless Lex got one last effort to try to steal it. He does have ult. He does not know when that Drake is up. He's have to take a guess. He does guess a little late. It's that Drake is fallen into Logic's hands. Great job by Cetra Gaming to secure that. Amazing work so far in completely shifting the game back into their favor. Despite being down in CS, they did climb back with kills, but this match is still in the favor of DK9. Moon clearing out the control ward there, which, by the way, at this stage in the game, the control wards have shifted. DK9's got the control ward advantage with 4 pink wards on the battlefield. Very good so far.
And they do have approximately a 2k gold advantage right now. But the only problem is that Cetra is now letting all their turrets fall down. And that mid tier 3 turret's so low.
Indeed, because they let the abilities climb through here, yes. And that's why it's so low to begin with here, and that's one of the big reasons they have a huge advantage. Freddy uses the W to jump himself right back to the mid lane. Can't miss that CS. No way. No, sir. That's my CS. I know what you're looking at, Joker. That's mine. I called it. I'm using my ability for it. It's mine.
And DK9, they're just using, like, the fact that they've opened the map, you know, they're using all this vision to deny Cetra from being able to do anything across the map right now.
Mango is getting a little bit pressured here. Does decide to go for the engage. He gets Kessler a free kill, but Freddy's still on the flank here. That's a lot of AoE that they're kind of ignoring. Freddy's got to come around the flank here. Irelia fights the Gnar, and the Gnar lost his passive. Can Marksman come out on top? Yes, he can. Slicing the nice young Yordle in half with that last swing.
And that's the Baron right away.
Right, Maokai is starting to come around the flank here to try to help out. Joker needs to stop this. He has no health for this. Kanye ready for the block, and CC. Jin activates the ultimate. Freddy coming in for the help. And it looks like the disengage is happening. Lit hits the Irelia. Logic gets the silence, eats at Corky, but that damage is not true enough. The AD carry and mid laner are wedged in between DK9's hands. It's only them to not have the kills now. Kessler bursts his way through the tree and has broken free from the cage, but he gets rooted. Can he get killed? Yes, he will. Lit, with the pure accuracy, has secured the ace.
And now take a look at the summoners for DK9. Their biggest, like, their Joker Order has his flash down. Now Lit has his flash down. That's very it's not a good position for DK9 if they're caught in a big fight. But it's definitely gonna get blown up if he's caught. So. And Marksman Boy still has his flash, and so does the Mango, which is very it's very dangerous right now for the Jin to go into a big team fight right now with Rakan's flash up and his ultimate coming back up.
You gotta thank Lit for one thing, man. Accuracy. His W accuracy guaranteed that there was going to be all of the members of Cetra Gaming going down here. That's 2 aces, by the way, for D-k9. They confirmed 2 aces in a row so far. That has just been the cornerstone for their kill participation so far. Everybody.
And it's 5,000 goal lead also.
Right. Finally, Brand has got some good damage on him, but I don't know if it'll be enough at this stage. He's looking for that Leandri's Torment early.
Yeah.
Although I am a bit questioning the purchase of the Ruby Sightstone at this stage. I feel like he could have upgraded his weapon instead, get some extra money. Chose not to do that, and I think that might kick him in the pants later. Kessler easily takes out the Brand, but will pay the price as Corki guarantees the kill. Ult has been activated, multiple ults. Mango does secure himself his escape, but can he help out Logic? Logic is struggling. He misses the CC. Joker helps make it a free kill for Freddy. Freddy's damage is unbelievable.
It's extremely high.
Indeed. It is just a fight right now between the carries of Freddy and Lit, as they are doing everything in their power to make sure this game is well within their hands. Meanwhile, the carries on the opposing side are not in the same category right now. The CC has landed. Marksman quickly jumps out of that one to avoid any further casualties. The tower goes down and D-k9 backs off of the reset.
Yeah, if I were Kessler right now, I'd go for either my Zonias right away or the Banshee's Veil. He needs to try to stay alive. He needs to negate at least a couple abilities from this like heavy backline from D-k9. The carries are extremely strong, especially that Corki right now.
24 minutes into the game here, neither side is able to really take advantage of the other. Like, they're just very much a close matchup the whole way through. Joker Noter goes for the early... Oh, no, Joker Noter, you're about to pay a huge price for missing that one. He's going to go down for possibly the 6th one if he doesn't get out of here. That CC lockdown is pretty heavy, but Joker Noter does manage to get himself out of there. That was just unfortunate for Cetra. He does get the stun, but Cetra Gaming does escape, and it looks like neither side could punish the other for their mishap. Joker Noter is low. Will Cetra attempt another opportunity for another engage?
I mean, the Inferno is up, so Cetra would have gone for the Baron. D-k9 takes the Inferno. I think
pings are being set here. Cetra says they want to take that Inferno, Drake. You're right, Breezy.
If I was Cetra, I would definitely get the Inferno. Try to, take it down as fast as possible, then flank the Corki. They need to be able to
The vision has been shown. They are interested in taking this Inferno Drake. 3,000 here. Corki on the flank here. He can't get there in time. Joker does manage to get the steal! He uses the ultimate just in case he needs to get some extra CC, and so does the crowd start running. Jin activates the ultimate at quite a distance. The CC lockdown has been confirmed. 4-man lockdown on the CC by Gnar. It looks like Marksman is able to squeeze out of there. The redemption has landed, but is going to pay the heavy price by Mango. Freddy is just unstoppable. Grabs himself another 2 kills from the bot lane. Joker trying to give Freddy the pentakill perhaps. No, Freddy's going to go for the inhibitor. Meanwhile, Lit is going to get some good damage onto Logic, but it will be Wind Moon Film with the secure. Joker on the chase decides to let Kessler go as the inhibitor falls in midside. D-k9 has been able to take advantage of every circumstance today.
Yeah, and that's a catastrophic team fight for Cetra Gaming. It seemed like they were gonna have, be able to pull the strings, but it all came apart. Well, it all fell apart once he missed the dragon.
Indeed. Freddy is going to go down for his aggressive attempt at that inhibitor. Doesn't go down enough. Marksman will not be able to. Oh, wait, he's going to try. He does have the movement speed increase. He does have Gnar in the right position to slow. He misses the CC. It's going to be Kessler confirming the kill here. Wind is going to leave Gnar behind. That CC lockdown is just too good. Mango's on the run here. Kessler does manage to get himself a double kill because of what has happened. Good job by Mango, holding down the Gnar, preventing the escape.
And
So
if I
it's a
were
10
Cetra
and
right
4.
now,
It's a 10 and 4 Orianna versus a 9 and 2 Corki. Meanwhile, both sides are just getting fed.
they're all getting fed, but they're not executing on taking it like advantages. Like I know D-k9 is definitely more focused on the global gold lead, I guess, because they've taken out basically all the turrets.
Malakai's the only one to stop this at this time. He does have smite. He did get it last time. Does he have the opportunity to steal this yet again? It's already at 4,000, 3,000. He's sitting on 2,000. Joker Noder still in the area. They're still hitting it. It's 1,000 left. He smited early. It's going to be Cho'Gath taking it. And it looks like Cho'Gath is going to unfortunately go down as well. Rakan does escape. The Baron has been secured. The early smite by Joker, misreading the time, looks like he will not have his chance to steal it again.
And I think Joker was he didn't know whether or not the Cho'Gath had his ultimate, which was why he smited early.
Indeed, try to split the middle. It's a really difficult thing to do. You have true damage that's in the thousands on Cho'Gath, and you have a smite that's in the 800s. That's like 1,800. That is very hard to gauge properly.
Yeah, it's very hard to calculate.
Yeah, very difficult. Had to do it, had to try. Didn't really get what he wanted in the end, though.
I mean, they did sacrifice, I believe it was 2 members of the Baron, so it's good for D-k9, but it's not, the ideal outcome that you like.
Indeed, it is not.
If Cetra wants to win this game, they need to regain vision across the map. They need to start trying to get picks instead of going for team fights, because they're just losing that right now.
Yeah, Aurelia is starting to get closer and closer to that late game environment, which is still sadly where she begins to fall off, where Gnar basically is going to continue to scale. So let's hope, for Aurelia's sake, is able to get some good abilities down, good CC down while she still can, as the fight will continue on soon. Cetra Gaming does have a lot to climb out of at this point, as they are not only behind in kills, but they're also behind in score, as a 10,000 lead is no laughing matter.
Yeah, that's really huge. That's really huge. I mean, bot lane's pushing for Cetra, but it's not really, that's all you can ask for, I guess.
It's a pretty close match, honestly, between both parties. But it's just, the thing is, D-k9 has consistently been able to be here, be there, be here, be there, get here, get there, get the person to do the damage, get the person to hit the CC. And Joker Noder has been throwing himself at targets multiple times, and that's kind of the grunt work in some cases, which is why it's like opportunities are being missed by him. He's died so many times, and it looks really sloppy, but it's grunt work. You don't get MVPs for it, but you do let your opponent know that you're willing to die if it means that you can get that CC that matters. Joker Noder at this stage doesn't have that much tank in items, relying solely on the stone plate and relying on the adaptive helm to decrease the damage from that Liandry's Torment that Orianna has.
Yeah, and if you notice, Corki's his lead is just gonna grow. Look at the farm differential in that mid lane.
Right, they're trying to siege out this. It looks like this is engage time. That CC has landed. It looks like Kessler does get the burst damage. Brand throws it all back, but it doesn't seem to matter. Cetra suddenly looks like they're the stronger force all of a sudden. It looks like they just completely overwhelmed them. Joker, trying desperately to prevent them from chasing after the Gnar, does end up going down here. Cetra has completely thrown him back.
And that's exactly what I said. Cetra needed to get the pick. They got the pick on Lex, and then they went towards the Corki. The problem is D-k9 let them have it, basically. They just let their carries be, they were exposed the entire fight.
Yeah, and the second that they got impacted right away, they just, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, like, calm down, we're supposed to be ahead of you, you're not supposed to beat us. That's what it looked like for a second there.
And if you notice, Cetra can't really do much with that
Oh,
because
Gnar is going to take the ultimate by Kessler. Damage is not going to be enough. Kessler does happen to have a lot, but it looks like the health on the Gnar is just a little too much for right now.
and those are just 3 outer turrets getting taken out, which is not it's nothing really compared to what D-k9 has put when it comes on the map.
Cetra
Now,
Gaming has restabilized the game. This is no longer Cetra Gaming being behind now. It is Cetra Gaming being in the same position as D-k9. The next play,
Yep.
D-k9 has got to be prepared. If they are not prepared by the next time, this could be Cetra Gaming stealing it right from out from under them.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's stealing. They've been playing pretty sloppy, but well. I don't know if that's
A bit much.
yeah. I don't really know, but I mean, it is only a 4,000 goal lead on D-k9's in D-k9's favor, but it doesn't mean much this late in the stage of the game.
Absolutely. We're already at the 30-minute mark here, so at this point here, we're looking at 50-minute death timers, maybe even 60. It's coming up soon.
Extremely soon, and the biggest thing now that Cetra needs to focus on is trying to get that flash out of Lex right before a fight. But it looks like D-k9 is just trying to prioritize getting that vision around the Baron, and so is Cetra. They just don't want to give it away. Baron's up in 1 minute and 13 seconds.
This could be the deciding factor. Cetra had repeatedly positioned themselves over and over and over and over to get this Baron, but has been backfiring against him as D-k9 had been prepared for these Baron calls and these Baron plays. So right now, Joker Noter is decided to go with a supportive item to increase his chances to be a little bit more of a support for the mid line when the front line breaks apart. It seems like he wants to go with a protective approach. Meanwhile, I'm getting so far ahead of himself, I'm going to start burping. Brand has went with a damage style, deciding to go with a Zania's Hourglass to add to his chances of survivability. The problem here is that Wind is not a damage dealer yet. He still only has a Leandri's Torment. It's a lot. It's not enough if they overwhelm him, which is exactly what just happened earlier. So what has to happen for Wind is he's got to make it so they can be punished heavier, but he wants to go defensively with a more tankier style. Perhaps this is going to backfire against him. The poke has been able to be landed, but it's not a lot considering it's only good old Rakan with the minor Q poke. Irelia and Gnar in the bot lane here. It's a 4-man at the situation with the TP, with Irelia's TP on cooldown here. The next fight could be the last. And no TP means Irelia's got to stop him.
That's one thing I wanted to mention, and Irelia does not have the TP.
Oh,
so
Freddy actually won an incredible shot.
Wow.
Heard round the world by Lit, who does manage to take out Kessler. That was almost too clean. Lit made that look almost too easy. They made it look like they did that the entire game with how well that was executed. It looks like 8,000 left up for D-k9, 6,000 left, 5,000. Gnar's gonna go for the TP, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000 left, and he throws him back to make sure that Jin secures the final shot, and D-k9's got the Baron. They're gonna gotta go for the win here, boys.
There's the ping towards the middle inhibitor. They definitely want to push this lead.
Corki has complete control of his environment and situation. His farm is absolutely on a level that I'm even petrified at. I can't even think of a murderer that killed 323 people. Anyway, is this going to be the same mistake they made last time? They're backing off immediately. D-k9's not going to fall for it. Not this time around.
Not this time.
Inhibitor has fallen here. D-k9 feels a bit worried, as they should. The last time they misread Cetra's engage, they lost, and they lost convincingly. If that happens again, they might have lost. They might have just thrown the game right back into Cetra's favor and maybe lost an inhibitor along with it. They won't have a lot of opportunities shortly after that if Cetra does get another great catch.
And notice this marksman boy, he's building instead of going for the lower dominance, he's trying to get a mortar reminder. I really wouldn't get that item into that front line. I think he needs to try to get the mortar, the lower dominance to try to cut that front line from getting on to him and his team.
Indeed. Right now that Cho'Gath is pretty large. It's pretty big. But he does still not have the item that is going to make him OP. Yes, there it is. He's got the stone plate. He might be able to one-shot Corki now. He might have the damage necessary to one-shot Lit as well. Looks like they're positioning for it. Corki at the top side here on the split push. No one is there to stop him. He's got the TP if necessary. 9,000, 8,000 remaining. Cho'Gath, the monstrous creature, is being ripped apart by that heavy damage. Jin on the comeuppance here, but it looks like he's not going to be able to get in position. Marksman Boy by himself is going to get bursted by Freddy. The redemption has come alive here. 5,000 left. They're going to let it reset. Can Cetra continue the fight? I don't think so. Kanye does not have the ultimate, and it looks like Nar's going to take advantage of the confusion. He's going to go right for the inhibitor as D-k9 does continue the chase. Jin helps out with the inhibitor take, and there we go. It's going to be another inhibitor down. Irelia going to go for the slow. Irelia stunned down. The roots and D-k9 have escaped yet again, picking apart Cetra's defenses. What an intense first matchup. This is almost like an actual literal playoff match with the way these two teams have been playing. Neither side wants to give even a slight inch. Nobody cares about game 2 right now. This is all about game 1 and playing your absolute best. I wouldn't be surprised if they completely forgot that this was only game 1. Sorry, Breezy, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's an 8,000 gold lead for D-k9. They've opened the map completely. 2 inhibitors down. It's not much that Cetra can do right now. Just try to get a pick. That's all they can do right now. Try to get a pick and just force the game to keep going on a little more longer and try to get those inhibitors back up.
CG Logic has a great opportunity to take out Jin, and has a greater opportunity to take out Brand, or even better yet, take out Corki with that ultimate. He's got so much damage, but if he can hit a good skill shot onto Corki, he could probably just end Corki's life right there. But the truth is, Corki prepared, grabs a Guardian Angel for just this occasion. Here we go. This is the moment of truth here. D-k9 is ready to put this game to rest. Cetra is on the flank. They need this play to work. They need this engage to work. Nar on the other side here does have the teleport, does have the time to get here. Can they get there in time? D-k9 still with the advantage, still with the teleporting, still ready, still prepared. Kessler trying to even poke him out a bit so they can get one big play. Nar is finally in the base on the bot side. 41 minutes into the game here. D-k9's trying to end it, picking apart Cetra Gaming the best they can.
And Cetra just needs to try to wave clear really fast. That Elder Dragon's gonna boost D-k9's power so much right now.
And they don't want to risk it. They don't want to gamble on their true damage proccing. If they try to do so, it could cost them the whole match. They just want to take this tower down, but the longer they do it, the less chances they'll have for the Elder Drake. Ooh, Corki's ult damage did not do that much to Kessler, but that was not the answer back that Freddy was hoping for. It looks like Nar's trying to take out another inhibitor. Meanwhile, Redemption activated. This is the opportunity that both teams are waiting for here. But neither side is able to press the go button. How can you? This is the first match. How can you know it's going to be the one you win with? Mango looking at the front, waiting for even the slightest misplay. even the slightest mismove, and he'll go in for it. Ooh, Mango does get ulted, does get the damage, doesn't get to the Lex in time. He was CC locked down for far too long. Logic is going to get ripped apart here. Marksman, the desperate attempt has backfired. Goes down. Gnar, fighting at the front line, does manage to get Marksman to run back. Marksman boy gets critted twice and is taken down. D-k9 have finally brought this game to a closure, as it looks like Bran will go down yet again. Fred has managed to carry, to lift, to drag, with Lit at the helm, to the first victory of this match.
And honestly, I think Lit played spectacular. He basically set up so many kills for Freddy on that Corki. He just plays so amazing. Those W's from Jin were just on point, just catching people off.
Whoo! I'm so excited. I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. Let me go ahead and play some music before I run out the door. Oh my goodness, the hype factor. The damage to my own groin for holding in the pee is too real. Be right back.
Wow. If you look at the vision score, that's just an amazing job from Bran. Plays 54 wards compared to 42 from the Rakan.
I'm back now. Last time I heard, you said something about the damage. Let's go ahead and take a look at what you're talking about.
Well, the damage just shows, Corki just being able to just consistently be there in fights.
The double teleport strategy was absolutely well crafted and well made by D-k9. They managed to get the TP system to work so well that Cetra Gaming could never make the engage they needed. They couldn't get what they wanted. They couldn't get the play they were looking for, and they absolutely did not get what they wanted to do here. And to be honest, I am not surprised at the absolute courage and bravery both teams did in this match. They wanted this match to be the one that mattered. And you know what? I gave a pretty good cast in this. I hope both teams will be listening to that later.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, let's take a... Oh, thank you. Let's take a look at the war coverage here. Brand beating his personal best in wards by a landslide. Warding 50... Let me just 54 wards in this match. 54. Whoa.
Compared to 42 from Rakan.
54. You know what? I take back what I said. He managed to make his damage not important. 54 wards. Really great job. 24 wards coming out of the Gnar. Really solid work out of the top laner, the new guy. Good work out of him. 26 wards coming from the Cho'Gath. Jokernoder having his usual average below usually everyone else in wards. But moving on in topic here, let's go ahead and take a look at the damage chart one more time here. Look at that absolute damage. You can't really thank anybody more than Lit and Freddy. Those two guys, unworldly amount of accuracy, damage done, and just absolute pressure that they gave. We're talking about 4 different kills that wouldn't have happened without those two. 4 different plays that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Lit and Freddy. Let's go ahead and get ourselves prepared for the next game here. The hype factor is still going. I've said a lot of bold things today. A lot. And I do not know if I'm going to get punished for it later. But I will be expecting it. Whew, better take a quick break, catch my breath. That was intense stuff. Very intense.
My bad about that. I was saying goodnight to my daughter.
Aw. Oh, it's alright, man. We're taking a small break anyway. Gotta rest up my voice for the next crazy match.
I'll be there if you fall down.
Looking down the ground, as shadows make no sound. A game of hide and seek. Where do I go from here? Walls are tumbling down. Should stay but wanna run. Stumbling in a dream. You whisper in my ear.
Why is there an ugly Poro on my screen?
What?
Question, Tiger.
Hold on. Hey, wait a second here. Ugly Puro? Excuse you, Reflex. That's not ugly. What are you talking about? That's my break time Puro. What? That's next level, man. Don't you XD me. That's good. You knew. You knew it was good.
Oh boy.
I'm exhausted now. After that first match. That's how you know you had some good fun.
Yawning is contagious.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all good.
I swear I do the same thing when someone else yawns. I just yawn.
So, Army, what do you think about this game?
I
Coming
think
up.
this could easily
Predictions.
be a win for Cetra, and we're talking about a third game. That's what
I
I'm
think
thinking
so
right
too.
now.
I'm hoping it becomes a series. I honestly want to see a win from Cetra only because it'll help see which team is actually the better team.
Well, I mean, I don't really think that's the case, honestly. I feel like that kind of mentality is really inaccurate, to be fair. The thing is, you can win today.
And then and lose tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's how close this matchup is. You can win this 50 times over, but if you lose to them 50 times over, what does that say? You know, like...
Oh yeah, it's that even, yep. But what I mean by which team is the better team, it's more or less going into the next week, because most likely these guys aren't going to play each other again until playoffs, and so whatever team wins now is definitely the best team in the entire league for the entire duration until the playoffs, unless they play again.
Yeah, basically.
That being said, they're both popping off. They're both showing why they are the top 2 seeds. And it's been fun watching.
Okay. So here we go again. The volcanoes has been reported to not have one eruption, but 2 eruptions again. 2 direct eruptions, twice into each other. Will the lava go?
It's like 2 hurricanes. Oh,
Even more catastrophic. Hurricanes filled with lava. That's what's happening right now. Oh my god.
Lava.
Oh my god. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 17 people have joined in. This is match number 2 here with D-k9 coming out on top, beating Cetra Gaming after a 40-minute slobber knocker of close proportions. The fighting, the battle, the brutality is only going to continue here, folks, as Malachi, Corky, and Sejuani are off the board, along with Talia, Echo, and Jarvan. Securing that AD carry has to be none other than good old Marksman, giving it to his Marksman boy. On the opposite side, Cassiopeia probably secured for Freddy, and Joker Noder seems to be switching to perhaps Lee Sin, the Engager. Perhaps some Expeke, some Insect, if you will, some playmaking by Joker Noder, as he will be able to continue his performance in CC. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for the Lee Sin.
Of course.
I'm actually kind of surprised he decided to do this. I thought he'd take like anybody else, even Cho'Gath, just to provide that extra tankiness that he seems to really like doing, but wants to take a Joker Noder, and a Joker Noder wants to take a Lee Sin.
What shocks me the most is the Cassiopeia. They didn't ban it. They banned the Corky over the Cass. I believe Freddy's best champion is Cassiopeia.
Hold on 1 second. There's something going on downstairs, and it smells kind of bad. I'll be right back.
The Gnar picked. That means, wow, the guy gets against the Lee Sin. It's going to be Cho'Gath and sent to the top lane. Unless they're bullshitting us and basically saying, no, Lee Sin can go top. It's definitely not going to happen. So now, Cetra has to focus trying to ban out the 80 carries. I wouldn't even put bans on the support. And yeah, the D-k9 is definitely going to try to ban out Kessler's mid pool.
People fear what they cannot understand.
The Callista ban, the Syndra ban now. It's more or less ban another 80 carry, unless you want to lose the game.
I'm on to
I would
you.
ban the Jhin.
Okay, I am finally back here. Turns out it was just cookies being burnt. I thought it was like some tree being burnt down. Because the way it smelled like pine. It was weird. Anyway.
Burnt wood.
Yeah. Yeah, it smelled more like a burnt pine cone that was like laced with a whole bunch of like pine tree.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
Well,
So
they
looks like I
basically
missed
banned out the mid champions pool for Cetra, and then Cetra bans out the 80C champion pool for D-k9.
Well, I
Let's
think
go on to
Xayah Rakan is probably going to be used against them. I don't think
That's very scary with that composition. A Cassiopeia, Lee Sin, a Cho'Gath who will probably get damn that item.
Gonna go for the Lulu to perhaps prevent the catch play. Maybe even provide a little extra great CC that might be extremely necessary for preventing Lee Sin from doing any big play.
The Lulu's going mid lane. No. I think we're being trolled.
I think we're being trolled. Let's see here. Kanye at the position of support. Sorry, perhaps it could be anybody. Decides to steal the Rakan away from Wind.
And that is insane. A Lulu against the Cassiopeia. She's gonna get bullied out early game just because she can't match the same damage that Cassie will be putting out.
That's really interesting. That kind of very much throws off the balance. D-k9's probably really caught off guard. They don't have the Rakan. They thought they had the outplay on that one, but it looks like they'll go for Nautilus, who can do the same thing Rakan can do in some regards. So, Cetra Gaming takes a bit of a wild card strategy, sends Lulu to the top lane against the Cho'Gath, sends Gragas against the Cassiopeia. No, wait a second. That's Lulu Jungle. They're throwing Lulu Jungle into the mix.
No way.
Gragas is certainly debating between the two positions. No,
There's no
Kessler's
fucking way.
actually going to take Lulu. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like, there's no way. You do not want to put a Gragas into Cassiopeia. That's just giving them the win.
Lulu, safe option in the mid lane here. Can't protect himself here, but ganks is what's going to make this difficult. Can Lulu survive against a Lee Sin gank? Can Nar defeat the mighty Cho'Gath? And can Tristana and Rakan beat Xayah and Nautilus? Boy, Wind Moon Film probably was extremely caught off guard. They thought, hey, Lulu's here. Yeah, we're fine. Lulu's here. We can just take Rakan and Xayah. We're good. We win. But to everyone's surprise, it was a steal.
I'm really hoping Cetra wins at this comp because they don't really have a lot of damage, to be honest. Like they're not going to be able to really do much later on in the game. They're only going to have Tristana, and if she gets caught out, it's game over. Compared to the side of D-k9, they have basically 4 potential damage dealers because Lee Sin, if he decides to go with damaged, items, he's gonna be able to one-shot the Tristana most likely with that kick.
Yeah, if that certain event does come around here, does seem to be a bit of a reverse strategy here. Cetra Gaming decides to use the double TP strategy against D-k9, who has decided to go with a little bit more of the strategy that Orianna had in the past. Kessler taking out possibly a champion that he could either be extremely good with or might be a bit of a huge surprise with. Anyway, bottom line here, Cetra Gaming has got to figure out a way to come out on top here with what they've got here. You're absolutely right. Their damage output, if they go for the predicted items, will always be less at the end of the stage here. So their early and mid games really got to be better than D-k9's right now. I don't know exactly if they can do that, especially with Lee Sin, considering he's one of the best, most best early game junglers in League of Legends. consistently been good. But let's see if they have something else for it. Once again, folks, we have here at the forecast here 2 hurricanes, 2 volcanic lavas, already heading intertwined with each other. The lava already taking out several civilians. They're burning to a corpse. They got nothing left in their civilization here. The lava coming in contact with the hurricane. Oh my goodness, the lava traveling up the hurricanes. This is a complete disaster on epic proportions. Unbelievable. Some people say that is absolutely ludicrous. How could lava, a solid source, be controlled by the wind? To that I say, yeah, you're probably right, actually. But then I also say, I don't even believe it myself, but the winds are crazy, and now we have ourselves a lava hurricanes of 2 different lavic proportions clashing into each other, whipping its every volcanic ash and volcanic slime at each other. I don't even think these hurricanes even liked each other or even knew each other, but they don't even care. They're just swinging. And that's exactly what's about to happen here again, folks. Okay, folks, before I get myself hyped up again, I just want to say, if there's any biased opinions or disagreeing points of perspective here going into this one, even if it's viewed high or viewed low, I just want to say, guys, may the match give out the best out of every team. May everybody climb their way into winning the game through their own skill. And their better team will shine through. But only for today. After all, it is League of Legends. One day you're plat, one day you're bronze, one day you're challenger. And it all depends on how much effort you give in these type of games. So right off the bat, it looks like Marksman has AFK in the base still. They position accordingly in case there's an invade about to happen, but it doesn't seem to be the case. The pause right away, and that is to be expected. While the pause is going down here, let's go ahead and get out the real scene board. All right, Ticker, what you got for me? What you got? What you got? What do you mean what happens? What you mean what happens? Come on, what you got? Hatred? That's lame. I was expecting you to be like burst your way through into the casting table and then say you're the worst caster ever or something, but I guess this is what it is. Pause, still continuing here. Let's go ahead and... No, don't do that! Hold on, whoa, Tigger, whoa! Hey, whoa, hey. Okay, I'll get rid of it. Whatever, it's not a big deal. Okay? Don't you unfollow me, brah. Brah, I need you to follow. I get you what you need, man. What you want? You want a Lee Sin blindfolded? You want Gnar blindfolded with Lee Sin? I can change it to that. Oh. Just kidding. What you want, man? I got crank. Alright, I'm done. 8 minutes. 8 minutes remaining of the pause time here for Cetra. They really need their marksman. To end the game like so would be catastrophic. But just so everybody at home is aware, it is D-k9 who is currently on top. Anyway, there's the pause finally coming off. Let's go ahead and get our game underway while I go ahead and show the winning team currently. on the winning side.
All right.
And there we go, ladies and germs. Let's see what the match is going to be like. Oh no, don't give me a headache now. I need to cast great. I can't have a headache right now. Damn it. I'm getting a headache. Twilighter, Twilighter text, do something. Do something about my headache. Do something. Say something. No, Breezy, don't you say something. It's fine. I'm messing with Twilighter.
Rain, go away.
Army? Okay, I'm liking it. Alright. What you got? What you got? Army what? Chill?
Show.
Oh. Lol. Oh man, he's beating that guy. He ain't playing. He's not having fun. He's like, no. Army, you being crazy. Just stop.
I really hope Marksman can pop off against Cho'Gath.
Uh-oh. Early engage already. Marksman boy gonna take advantage of Lex. That's some early game ambush action. Great job. That bot lane, well played. Completely abused the early fought match.
And look at the CS differential is definitely going to start.
Ooh, Lulu getting some really early poke here.
Going into Trish's favor.
Got a lot of attack speed as well. Uh-oh. Yeah,
Mango.
indeed. Mango, my son, getting some early pressure by the Nautilus.
8 CS to 1 in bot lane. That's definitely not good. And they're level 2. Trish has missed only one creep. Joker's on his red. He's probably rotating topside now.
As he should be. Does seem like a really good ganking opportunity. Lee Sin takes the convenient approach, jumps right through the soon-to-be Herald pit, and it's going to be him trying to make a good gank at the play. Q misses, but Lee Sin's Q doesn't. That's going to be a returning damage. Joker Noder takes a ton of damage back. Can he survive? Wow. He will do so. Mango, however.
Mango might go down.
Oh, boy, Mango, careful. Oh, Joker Noder. He's not going to be the first blood. It's actually going to be... Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Neither
no.
side can get away with the kill. Both sides back off.
And even the mid lane is relatively really low.
Yep. CC landed. Lex getting some burst damage, returning it as well. Mango survives. Everybody doesn't want to be the first blood, but that's gonna have to happen. Somebody's gonna give that blood away.
And notice that in bot lane, both sides have not used the summoners.
Well, some good damage here, but nobody, absolutely no one, is able to get the flank here. Logic avoids the silence, dodges the Q, dodges every ability but one. Can he get the last auto? Lulu stakes it. Lulu with the final auto attack takes it before Freddy had the chance to stop it. Lulu
And Kessler
steals
just
it.
abused that play right there. He noticed, like, that Lee Sin's distracted, trying to focus onto the Gragas, and just sneaks that kill.
Moon swings the Q, just only missing by a rather large portion here, because an anchor is kind of hard to miss. Kind of hard to miss when you throw in an anchor at somebody. Let's be honest, it's an anchor.
I mean, it weighs too much.
I mean, like, you think it's like it's supposed to be used to stop ships? It's supposed to be really big, so it can easily hit the ground.
And Joker's rotating towards the bot lane. He might be trying to get a pick. I wonder if he's gonna go back.
The poison.
Oh, no.
Whoa. I thought that was actually going to hurt Kessler a bit. Does not do that. Joker, it's the engage time. He lands it, but Kanye with the immediate jump away as Lee Sin makes the connection. Oh, Kessler is going to get the auto attacks back. Kessler's got poison. It's going to be really close. Kessler does get the cooldowns in time to get the Q off. Gets the kill against Freddy again.
And Jokanoda is actually rotating towards mid side. He's gonna try to get the. Is he gonna get the war jump? No. Okay.
All right, thank you
Wait,
for the
that's
quick
not him.
intel while we were confused. While I was away at topside, thank you for the quick intel. Marksman Boy will be backing. Gets the last auto by Lex, but it's not going to make the difference here. Joker just needs a misplay to get the kill here. Kessler is still in position here, has the ultimate, and is going to convince Wind, yeah, this ain't going to happen. I'm backing off. I find this rather interesting. Kessler's going for the machine gun Lulu. He's going machine gun Lulu, ladies and gentlemen, for the burst damage. Oh, whoa!
Oh,
Lee
my
Sin
lord.
survives it by the narrowest of margins here. Machine gun Lulu at its finest, folks.
Wonder how much gold he has. 735. He's probably gonna get boots.
Man, I wasn't expecting machine gun Lulu. I didn't think they'd go for the machine gun Lulu plan, but it's exactly what Lulu can really abuse against Cassiopeia, using superior auto-attacking to make up for the time difference in abilities.
And a cheese gank most likely coming out.
Right,
Cetra in the
Gragas
lane.
does not have the level 6 here. Freddy at the helm, it's not going to be the attempt here. Neither side is, everyone's aware of the missing bot lane, so they're not going to make the play here. Blue buff
Nautilus
is
is
about to be
rotating.
stolen, doesn't happen. Blue buff is going to be taken by Lee Sin, depending on circumstances. Although Gragas tried, Lee Sin had smite, so that's going to go right into his hands.
And if Gragas would have known or had vision, he could have actually stolen that blue buff. Jokano just smited a little bit too early. Didn't execute the blue buff. I might grab another beer.
Kessler gonna get some big bursty damage onto Freddy. Already at half health bar. Freddy gets the poison. Kessler cautiously steps a few paces back to give himself the chance. You know, the problem with Cassiopeia is you have to have this poison to hit. If your poison doesn't hit, Kessler has the superior damage. So it's going to be really tricky for Freddy. He needs to hit every single poison proc. If he even misses one proc while Kessler's fighting him, Kessler will have the upper hand in the fight. Ward hop in. Joker is going to be punished heavily. That polymorph makes it way too easy. He gets the poison proc onto the poison damage dealing logic. Onto the damage dealing that was by logic. But neither side is going to make the big play here. They get the kill. Those two get the kill against Joker Noder, is what I meant to say. Oh, he hits it perfectly! Freddy was completely caught off guard on that one! And
Wow.
Kessler gets the kill! He hits it perfectly! That needed to be exactly where he threw it! That needed to be exactly where he threw it to make that work exactly the way it did! Freddy has got to be shocked!
And honestly, this can't be a better start for Cetra. Like, they cannot act something as good as what Kessler's providing right now. Wow, the flash on Jokanoda, he misses. Oh boy, the
Jokanoda
machine
is
gun!
Machine gun coming through. Nar on the bounce. Gets the toss. Gets the stun.
Yes,
Can he hit one more? He does get the red buff
double
proc.
kill.
And it's going to be the tower coming down for Cetra.
Cetra is popping off right now. Kessler gets the first blood turret.
That
so
early game Lulu by the machine gun has been able to cripple Freddy at the first time in his entire history so far. Kessler's Lulu has completely thrown Freddy completely off his game.
I'm pretty sure Freddy's probably tilted right now. He's trying to like match the Lulu, and it's not working out for him. He needs to sit back. He needs to do what he's best at, which is farming, and try to get back into this game. He's gonna need to get the Abyssal
Freddy has
mask.
absolutely never been behind his mid laner in the entire history of Have Faith. Especially considering what happened game 1. Freddy has got to be completely thrown for a loop at this point. But I'm sure he's going to be right where he needs to be when the game comes around. He does know how to play Cassiopeia very well. Let's see what happens.
I think it's his best champion, or maybe his most comfortable. I'm not too sure.
Kessler has just completely thrown Freddy off throw him off with that impressive ability so far.
I mean, I think Kessler's throwing everybody off. I didn't see the Lulu coming out in the mid.
Marksman gets rid of the control ward, dodges the silence, gets hit by the Q. Lee Sin still trying to provide pressure, but my goodness, it's starting to become quite clear that going damage was a big mistake for Lee Sin. He's giving out kills just as quickly as Freddy has so far. Nautilus is going to check out, going to find that Gragas is doing this right now, while Cho'Gath is being pressured by Lulu in the top lane. Mango clears out the Nautilus, and Lee Sin's nowhere to be found. This is going to be right into Cetra Gaming's hands. There we go. Ocean Drake well within the hands here. Very important to have it, because Freddy, if he gets that, that's going to be devastating. That's going to be exactly what Freddy's looking for. But now he doesn't have that opportunity now. Whew. Intense. Had to take a break for a second. Marksman is going to avoid the Cho'Gath Q and is in the smaller Gnar form. Has the sustain advantage because of the Ocean Drake. But that's not that much. Not at this stage. It's going to get some good damage on Cho.
Cetra's grouping S4 down in the bot lane, so this can be very bad. I mean, Joker Notice he's here, but
right
can't
here.
really do much.
And Kessler is a dangerous animal right now. Joker Noter at the flank here, ready to make the kick play. He's going to get some good damage, not enough to make the big play. He got 4 people here. It takes only a small engage to make the big play. Is this going to be today? Is it going to be now? Nautilus goes for the ultimate. Lulu has been caught out. He gets ulted. Kessler and the company are on the retreat. But as for that, Joker grabs himself a quick kill on the run. And Freddy does go and get himself a good assist along with it.
The problem with the teleport from the Gnar is that he doesn't have Mega.
Yeah, true. Which would have been absolutely, the turning point of that. Ooh, those Qs are starting to hurt Freddy really badly, who has 0 protection in armor. Those Qs by Gnar are doing tons of damage. Cho'Gath at the split push in the top with the teleport coming up in 2 seconds. The pause!
The pause mid-fight. I think that's not allowed.
At the beginning of the fight, in fact.
Oh yeah, the beginning. But I still don't think that's allowed. It might have been a Joker.
Can you check in the chat who did the pause? Unofficial? Check.
Yes.
Who made the pause?
Is Joker paused the game? He did seem like he was lagging.
Yeah, he was walking back as well. Did seem kind of like he was AFK. So that's probably why that ends up going against them.
Wow.
Because there was the engage. If Joker was there, that could have been a huge play. But here it is. Oh, no, Marksman! He decided to go for the auto instead of the ultimate. And that is going to be a huge missed chance. As Freddy was finally in the right spot for a big play.
And when Moonfilm almost went down to the Tristana too. And
no, Cho'Gath is about to get caught by Kessler. I don't think he can get away. He's going to try to fight him. That damage is pretty good. Kessler does manage to get the last auto necessary to kill Cho'Gath. I am shocked that just worked for Kessler.
He's lucky his auto attack animation went off, because if not, Cho'Gath would have ate him. To put it kindly.
Yeah, no joke. I think, I can't believe it. Cho'Gath has got to be quite shocked about that again. Once again, the surprising catching play by Kessler has just been able to just take over the early game quite handily.
Marksman boy, even though he had the lead in the early game, he's actually falling.
Kessler
behind.
Is starting to run back here. It looks like the engage has not worked out for Cho. The slow is hit. Kessler dodges the Q. Joker does have the ultimate. He needs to just get in position. He gets the CC to hit, but it is going to be Kessler that's going to be fine here. It's Freddy zoning out the Gnar that prevents the play from being made in that situation. Couple towers had fallen to the bot side meanwhile. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Great job by Nautilus preventing the Rek'Sai. The CC ults have landed. Tristana is going to be ripped to pieces here. But that damage by Lit is going to not be enough. Mango secures the kill here. The Nautilus support is on the run. Wind is trying to delay as long as possible to prevent them from having any assistance at topside. Mango gets the secured kill. 2-0 for him.
And unfortunately for D-k9, they can't really get anything out of that. As long as like when Moonfilm he delayed it so long and nothing can be done around the map.
Q fired. Q received. Q fired. Q received. Continuing that poking distance against the mighty Cho'Gath is the right call here. Just try to get as much damage onto the Cho as possible. But misplaying even the slightest amount, Cho'Gath's going to go for that ultimate. The damage is pretty potent. But I don't think Cho'Gath is aware of Marksman's, the reason why he's being greedy. He goes for the Q. It looks like, here's the surprise party time. Cho'Gath gets bursted by the bot lane.
And it's just like I said, I mean, again, that's a really good pocket pick from the Lulu. But Cetra's just executing everything so perfectly right now.
You know, they thought for a moment they were going to have Rakan on their team, and they thought, okay, they have Lulu support, and now it's actually Kessler taking control of the game in mid. Rakan actually makes it out of there! They were trying to give the kill away to the other person, and it looks like Rakan survives it. Oh, that horrible mistake has backfired by both of them. That's a free kill they just gave away.
Yeah. And
Marksman trying to get the extra damage on the tower, has a lot. Will he die for it is the next question. He does the double jump out of there. Lee Sin and Xayah on the flank around. They send it back knowing they can't get there in time. The next Drake coming up here, what is it? It appears to be a Infernal Drake. Another Infernal Drake battle will commence between these two teams.
And
oh wait, actually this is not the first. This is actually the first Infernal Drake, sorry.
And Freddy's already down there. He's actually sitting on a control ward that they do not know of.
Gets the hook to land here. Kessler gonna return fire quickly. Gragas grabs the Infernal Drake. They will not have any opportunity here. Freddy gets ulted. He's going to go quickly take a burst of damage. The Rakan lands the CC, but Freddy is squirming his way out of there. Lit returns fire. Meanwhile, the damage between both parties are so close. Logic has finally got to wait for that cooldown. Kessler, can he 1v3? I don't think so.
And the reason why that fight, even though
Nar's about to take the top tower in that fight, I think this might have been D-k9 just getting out-rotated here.
Even though Cetra got the dragon, the reason why that fight goes over to D-k9 is because the Tristana is actually really behind Xayah. And she had the lead early game, but now she's just fallen so far behind.
Uh-oh, I think Lee Sin might have gotten a little greedy there. That's some bunch of he survives with 1 health!
Wow.
I just looked at it. Did you see the bar on the right?
It was, I think it was 1 HP, right?
Actually, 1 hit point! That's the kind of luck I bet he wishes he had in the previous game. Wow! Calculated by Joker Noter. Survives with actually 1 hit point.
And Marksman Boy, if I would have been him, I would have flashed.
Even on his health bar ratio on the right, you could see that it was empty. It looked empty with how close it was.
Empty, yep. I would have flashed for that kill, to be honest, just to get me closer to Xayah, because she has 2 kills, she has an assist above him. 2 kills is essentially dirty gold.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I think it's really important for Marksman Boy to have went for it, to just get it. But then again, it won't have the flash in the next team fight here. Cho'Gath is getting ripped apart here by that outrageous amount of damage.
Because, yeah, D-k9 has so many pick potential to get the Tristana. They have the knowledge.
This is the first time D-k9 has been behind an opponent. This is the first time that Freddy has actually been not ahead. And this is also the first time here that D-k9 is hanging on the ropes, as it looks like their boxing opponent has suddenly grown a new appendage. And that appendage is pure, unadulterated strength. I kind of like took a weird turn. Like a weird turn I did there. Went with a boxing thing, and then all of a sudden mutants. Alright.
Freddy needs to get a needlessly rod because his tier's almost completely
Looks like the gun
full.
has been applied onto the Lulu. His gun's cocked and ready. Maybe getting positioned.
Oh,
He
boy.
does apply the slow. Fires it right onto the Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia returns damage. Ult has landed. Nautilus trying to throw off the very heavy, very strong Kessler. But the damage by Lex is only doing so much. He gets caught
And
by
the
Rakan.
ultimate
The
Rakan.
DT coming in. Cho'Gath's going for the kill, misses the silence, does manage to take out the Gragas. That's a heavy tank. I don't think Kessler can win that. He tries to get out of there. That is going to, unfortunately... Yeah, wait a second. Mango actually jumps in, but Lee Sin
Hey.
flashes after him.
Kessler.
Marksman
and the
is going to pay.
The back line. He's
Marksman
flanking.
paying the price for their heavy attempt at making a huge play. Kills both the Lee Sin and the Nautilus.
It could have been better executed, but I think Cetra is playing this game so well.
Yeah, just a couple of things go differently. We're talking about, like, D-k9 being in the game and being in a good position to get a good fight in. But this is just Freddy beating, being more of a support than a carry, and this is one of those very rare times that ever happens to him.
It's more of, is Freddy in the game? Is he mentally in the game?
I think he's
Because
in the game. I think he is in the game. I just feel like he's not in his zone, though. I don't think he's where he wants to be. Because he knows
Well, what I
exactly
mean-
what he likes, but he's just not being where he is right now.
Don't get me wrong. I think he's playing really good, but he's also, it looks like he's playing more nervous now. He looks like he's playing with so much caution that it's costing him because nobody, again, I'm gonna refer to this like I said earlier. Nobody thought Alulu was going mid, and because of the pocket pick, the couple of kills early game, Freddy is actually now toning down his aggression.
Yep,
Which
I
is
think that could be
very-
because of a team decision. Perhaps Joker Noter said, hey, okay, he's got the better of you. Just calm down, focus back on the game, try to get where you're at. I know you're really good. I know you can win this for our team. I know you can be our carry. Just get right where you need to be. And
And
that's
if you
exactly
look
what he's
at-
trying to do.
That is, but the problem is, look at
Mhm.
Freddy's creep score. 151 to 175. That's 26 farm that he's down. I've never seen Freddy at 22 minutes, 23 now, at 151.
Yeah,
So-
it's just, he has to play safe now. He has to be careful. And I feel like tilt could be possibly one of the reasons for this, to be honest.
And that's exactly what I was trying to say. He is not that I know for sure because none of us know, but it seems like he's tilted, and because of that, the D-k9 has decided to give all the resources to Lit.
It's engage time. Here comes Freddy. He tries to get the Tristana to stop
Rakan's
here. That
there.
damage is finally coming through.
Wow.
Freddy forced back into the front line again. He gets ulted. He only barely comes out alive. Cho'Gath immediately retaliates. The damage is coming through. Lulu is trying to get the damage back onto the Cho'Gath, but gets caught in the CC by Nautilus. It's going to be it's Cloud. Cetra Gaming getting the worst end of the deal. It's going to be Tristana grabbing one more kill here, but that's a lot of low targets. Can Tristana? No, Marksman. They ain't going to try it. D-k9
I think
has
Marksman
swung
boy-
back, and they're ahead of them now, and they're going for the next Infernal Drake. This is not looking good. And
Definitely
right now,
unfortunate for Cetra.
Tristana is going to try to force that tower up outside to go down quickly to make up for the loss of the Infernal Drake and the mid tower.
But I think, honestly, if you would have watched the team fight a little closely, Marksman Boy actually messed up when he jumped towards Freddy to kill him off. He didn't cast his, he didn't auto attack right away. He actually took a step, I believe, and then he auto attacked, which would have saved him enough time to possibly get down an E onto one of the low carries for D-k9 and possibly turn that fight around.
Yeah, the sad truth is Tristana, I think, was one of the reasons why we're looking at Freddy still being alive in that whole fight. Because the truth is Freddy was able to turn back and get his health back because he knew he wasn't being focused for a change. The truth is Freddy was about to die, but Tristana misjudged how much damage that ult was going to do and simply fired it in the hopes that that was going to put an end to, to Freddy, just take him out of the picture. Does not happen. Freddy survives with the slimmest of health bars and comes back to get some more damage onto Kessler, allowing Nautilus' CC to provide everything he needs to survive that match. And it looks like D-k9 is starting to realize, wait a second. Oh, actually, probably to show that, hey, we still have the late game. Our damage is still here. We can still win this late game.
I mean, to be fair, I do think Cetra has the better late game composition.
You think?
But I do think so only because Tristana is the biggest and she's just the biggest part of it all. But once that Gragas and Gnar get enough, defensive stats.
Ooh, that Cho'Gath took a bruntal of damage by Marksman. It looks like Cho'Gath is not as tanky as he was hoping he'd be. This is all health into that Cho'Gath, no armor.
And he does have a Warmogs, which is definitely going to help him on. But it's not going to keep him alive when it comes to fighting. As you can see, Marksman just toying really.
The pressure is continuing here. No objectives are being taken because they're really scared of Lulu right now. They don't even want to give even a slimmer of a catching opportunity. They're moving in as a group to prevent any opportunity of catching for Cetra, who has very good at making even the slightest of misplays by D-k9 into a great play. Speaking of that, for a second I thought they were going to try something on Nautilus. And
they've just, I don't think Cetra was able to see that, but they just put a little ward right in the Baron pit.
Thank you very much, Zerulean. Really appreciate that point of perspective. With it being at level 11, Tristana only did 400 damage to the Cassiopeia, assuming that at Cassiopeia's 300 health bar that was going to kill him. But that didn't happen. Survived with only exactly, I think, about 50 health remaining. Bit of a huge mistake, I'd say, from Marksman Boy from that previous team fight. Because that allowed Cassiopeia and Freddy to get where he needed to be to make some more damage happen.
Again, the Tristana just played it incorrectly. She really could have just quickly auto-attacked Cassiopeia to death, but instead she hesitated, and that's what cost him the fight. That's why we're looking at a 14-10 kill score. And it's only 5,000
a bit
go down.
In some cases that's kind of like it's a mistake, but it's such a small mistake that just allowed D-k9 to get right where they wanted to be, and it's so slim, it's so insignificant in some cases, but this is like a particular case, and that's why D-k9 is still swinging back with good damage.
Yeah, and
right now they're looking at Lulu right here. They could try the ambush. They are going to miss out as they've now realized Lulu is actually flanking behind them. Jokernoder on the other side of the wall with some good damage does go for a more tankier style to try to survive it. Moon is going to walk right in with the lens. Great job out of his naturally well-gifted lens coverage.
And what it seems is that
Cetra is
Cetra
just consistently great at just being prepared and aware. And without him, D-k9 would be struggling a lot harder than they have been so far.
And Marksman's about to hit level 16, but it seems that Cetra was trying to force something topside. And that's why the question mark ping came out from them towards Marksman. They're rotating bot. They're going to get this
bot
turret.
Tower. Really fast rotations. Great job by Cetra catching D-k9 completely off balance. They weren't even prepared. That rotation was so good, they weren't even able to get there in time to stop it.
This is actually like the first game. But now with Cetra, that's playing the rotation game better.
You're absolutely right. Nautilus going for the Bramble. I think it's a very good call here.
Very good call.
Considering he needs to because they don't have that much lifesteal on their team. They're really relying on crit damage and true damage to do the work. 7,000 on the Baron, 5,000. That Baron's dropping fast. 3,000, 2,000 on the Baron, 1,000. The ult by Cho'Gath
still-
confirms it easily, but he will be punished heavily. The damage has been fired right back at him. The Baron is now within D-k9's hands. They can't lose it. Kessler
And
pops him.
Kessler.
Gets a double
Wow.
kill on the kill back here.
That's so unfortunate though for Cetra. Wow.
That is the power of a Cho'Gath. The ultimate did 1,000 damage. There was no way at all for Gragas to have any chance for the smite on that one. That was just well played by Cho'Gath. There was nothing they could do to stop him. The only thing that could have stopped it at that point was a Lulu W. Polymorphing that Cho'Gath was the only chance they had at it, and there was just no time to get that to come off.
I'm actually gonna go and try to watch that replay of the fight. I want to see exactly what could have had gone differently because
Another Mountain Drake makes this a lot easier for rotations for the Cetra crew. They can really use that one, and that's not gonna. Cho'Gath ain't gonna even get a chance at that one this time. Great steal by Cho'Gath here as he's putting up a strong case for the MVP spot with that steal.
and so since I just went back and saw it, Cetra actually stopped attacking out of the fear of the teleport. He stopped attacking the Baron, which is what let Cho'Gath basically get his ultimate damage on him and steal it from them.
Right, they were crushing the Drake, the Baron so fast. They made the understanding that hey, maybe we wait for Lee Sin to do a stupid play. Let's wait for Joker Noder to make an engage. He's gonna mess up. We're fine. TP comes in on Cho'Gath. He doesn't have that much true damage. We're gonna be okay. And then they find out that Cho'Gath had more than enough, 18,000 health damage to take it.
And it's those small little macro plays that decide
Here we
games.
go, big engage time! See, Cetra Gaming makes a big play!
Wow.
Whoa! Hits a 4-man on the ultimate there! Cetra
And-
is going to be doing tons of damage. Freddy is barely able to squeeze out of that one. And it looks like Cho'Gath survives through the whole mess, and Nar goes down. Freddy is going to go ahead and be forced into a solo fight against Logic. That's a lot of damage, but Logic is unable to take out Freddy. And the front line of Cetra Gaming has fallen. And it looks like Cho'Gath makes it.
Marksman Boy is just playing so, like, he's being so hesitant and it's costing his team the victory. Wow. It's actually baffling.
Kessler was so very, very close to making some very, very important damage to have happen. Just a lot of damage that just never seemed to come through here. And Kessler, despite his best efforts at the burst damage onto that Cassiopeia, was unable to do so. Kessler's trying to get a quick catch, but it misses. And Mango is going to take a small stroll as he watches D-k9 walk out of there. No, never mind. He's going to engage. Charms landed all over the place. The CC has continued. The TP by Nar does manage to take out Freddy. The Cho'Gath on the run here. But, wow! Nautilus at the grabbing catch. Grabs in midair. And it looks like Marksman is going to finally get that ultimate he's looking for. The CC lockdown has hit every single target. Jaguar. Joker has gotten the kill.
Boy.
What a turnaround here. Cetra Gaming takes advantage of it. Can they get anything out of this?
Marksman Boy was actually hitting the minions during most of the fight, which is what caused that fight to be more lopsided. I wouldn't say it was one-sided. I think it was lopsided.
Kessler pressuring on the bot side here. Does have a ridiculous amount of damage, but it looks like that damage, as great as it is starting to slowly peel apart that giant Cho'Gath. That was over half of his health bar, gone in an instant. Kessler adding some pressure here, but is unfortunately unable to do so. That Warmong's armor making Cho'Gath just a impossible target to kill. It does seem kind of interesting what Marksman Boy is doing. He's not going to go for it's not going for the Wit's End items. He's not going to go for any of the other items. He's going for a Bork. Blade of the Ruined King is his next item. This could be the deciding factor here. It could be a huge mistake in not going for the Wit's End item. Oh, there it is. That's the item I'm thinking of. Lord Dominic's regards. Lord Dominic's might be the item he needs to do the necessary amount of damage to Nautilus and company. Cetra, marksman, gonna try to punish Lee Sin. Joker kicks out Gnar, and that's gonna be a missed opportunity. Cho'Gath gets topside as he's just going to get bigger and bigger from this point onward. Just missed opportunities here, missed opportunities there. Just chances of survivability are just increasing for D-k9, and they're clawing their way back ahead, and they're clawing their way back into this game.
My mic was muted.
Yeah, I saw your message.
But no, I think that was such a bad item choice from Marksman Boy.
I'm not sure who's trolling harder, Army's casting only play-by-play casting when Breezy talks, or the no last whisper on Twist. On Trist.
And that's my thing. If Trist could have gone for the last whisper and then probably gotten a QSS, they have so much catch potential to single-handedly.
They're sending
pick
Lulu into the bot side. No TP on the Lulu. No TP on the Gnar. If they get caught here, this could be the end of the match. D-k9.
Yeah, and CG Logic is in such a bad position.
They're kind of, that's a small area here. Mango does manage to escape, but do they commit to that escape? Mango does hit the charm, but the poison tick was way too strong. Freddy suddenly clawing his way back into this game.
And that's such a bad play coming out from Cetra.
We just want to talk about the game here, and I keep cutting you off.
Let's see if they'll be able to steal this Baron.
5,000.
Are they going to be able to?
4,000, 3,000, 2, 1. It's going to be confirmed by Zaya. Cetra Gaming on the run again. The CC lockdown onto Kessler as he does whatever he can. Freddy has been pushing back Marksman Boy, who doesn't have a front line. Marksman Boy needs to start thinking about making a kill happen here. Some auto attacks. Man, they're just missing opportunity after opportunity. Marksman Boy, the pressure is really starting to get to him. He cannot seem to understand when there's a solo target. That is just, like, he keeps missing chance after chance. Sorry, go ahead.
No, the other dragon, they're going to be able to capitalize and get this for free. But Marksman Boy, right here, this is a perfect opportunity to just single-handedly win the game for them. And if he had the last whisper, he could have easily beat them. Oh boy.
He keeps pushing himself back, running back and running back and running back because he doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to get killed. But because he's doing that, that means that he's not firing off any auto attacks. And now he's missing them consistently. Marksman Boy is trying everything in his power to get these hits off, but he keeps dying so quickly. The back here, and that will be a miss, and the inhibitor's not going to go down because of the wave that was caught here, and despite that massive blue wave is going to be negated instantly, so no inhibitor grab at all, but that top tower is about to fall over to the red wave.
And Marksman Boy is going for the Mortar Reminder instead of the Lord Dominic's. I feel like that's a better choice only because they have so much self-healing. But he should have gotten that before the Blade of the Ruined King, if he's going for it. And because he didn't even get the last whisper, he got the Executioners, and he has 830 and 60 gold sitting in his pocket. Could have easily gotten the last whisper.
Wet is going for it. Looks like Tristana, in a desperate attempt, has decided to go for the only item that I think might be a little bit too late to buy at this stage. Executioner's Calling was the purchase he went for.
And it's such bad itemization coming out from Marksman Boy. He's been playing.
I hate to say it's all Marksman Boy's fault for this one, because I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say that it looks like Marksman Boy, the pressure has gotten to him so much, he just doesn't seem to know exactly what he's supposed to have, when he's supposed to attack, what engage he's supposed to do. On my bucket list, casting with Army and getting interrupted by his famous and a big team fight is Challenger, come on, man. It's not my fault. Like, the second I stop talking, they immediately get into a fight. Here, look. You'll see it in a second. They're about to go right into this tower, and then a big fight's about to happen. I don't get it. It just keeps happening, man. Never mind. It comes down quicker than I expected. D-k9.
And now the gold lead has actually swung over D-k9's favor.
Indeed. That
And
tower's
that
falling really
massive-
quickly. They need to get some damage onto it. They're gonna let it go. They're
So
letting
they have
D-k9
almost
walk up, and
6,000
obviously there's a reason why. That Elder Drake means true damage procking, and they're not that tanky. They can't survive the true damage proc. Oh, gotta try to slow them down and prevent the engage. They're a ticking time bomb. D-k9 is a ticking time bomb with that massive amount of damage. Okay, they actually got some play here. It looks like D-k9 was caught in the rotation. It's battle time for them. While the minions are coming in here,
that's
Cetra Gaming has gone down. One member has gone down. Marksman Boy goes down right away. Kessler's going to go down here. Mango is able to only save the Lulu, and it looks like D-k9 have clawed their way out of destruction, out of mayhem, and have managed to get themselves the second win through Cetra Gaming. Holy
A
shit,
slow
someone's
victory.
smoking some weed. I am fucking hallucinating.
I feel like I smell it through my mic.
Right? Dang.
Wow.
Oh. And with the most unlikely turn of events for Cetra Gaming, they were able to take advantage of Freddy and his positioning, completely throwing him under the bus with pure engage, throwing him right off of his abilities. But meanwhile, while that was happening to Freddy, Marksman Boy was just slowly becoming an absolute devastating monster. And I don't know what it was about that game, but it feels like Freddy was just sapping and stealing away the confidence away from Marksman Boy during that. And you can kind of feel Marksman Boy just looking and feeling a little bit more worried and scared. And then suddenly he feels like the events of the game just started to feel a little bit more pressure, a little bit more weight on him. And you can kind of feel that in his purchases and decisions, that it just feels like the game was being taken away from him and the way he wanted it. In the end, Cetra Gaming fell a bit short. You get it? Because they're all yordles. You get it? Because they're 3 feet tall. Yeah? You get it? Yeah? See? You see the pun?
I mean, it is 3 of them.
Yeah.
No, I mean, a big fact of the win is the ward coverage from D-k9. You know, 23 wards
We'll
comes out
get
of
to that in a
Cho'Gath.
second. Let's take a look at the damage. I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. I know you said it's okay, but I did it like 8 times in a row. So I don't think it's okay. Okay. I'm going to let you finish your sentence.
No, it's okay.
I'm not going to interrupt you from this point onward. Okay.
Okay, you can
All right,
lead
calm
the
down
damage.
with these puns. 8? 8? You mean 9? 9, 9 interruptions.
You can start it off.
All right. The damage charge here, we're looking at 3. Count them. 3 champions with over 39,000 damage. If anybody had a question in damage, there's your answer. That is clearly a lot of damage consistently. That is a consistent damage pool that they did there. Anyway, what a meme. I'm getting memed right now. The Tristana with a sliver more than the Lulu at the end of the day. Just a sliver more. Cho'Gath, 24,000 damage, 42,000 damage on the Xayah. It's not true. Come on, guys. Come on. It's not true. Come on.
Oh man, I mean the damage chart says it all. Tristana could have been such a major factor. She could have, Cetra Gaming could have closed out the series, well, the game, and made it a complete series. But Tristana just wasn't there, and I'm not trying to like say Marksman Boy didn't play, well or anything. It's just there were
He definitely
so
played
many.
well.
Yeah, because he definitely did, but there were so many plays and so many times that he could have capitalized on, actually winning the game for Cetra that it just, they came short, and that's very unfortunate.
Hmm. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the vision coverage here. Just like always, we need to take a look at what is very important into the war coverage. 48, just beating his personal best yet again. Look at that war. Look at that very impressive war coverage here. 48 on the war coverage again, as he just continues to try to beat his personal best again and again and again. Does Wind really do an incredible job to just able to prevent enemies multiple times. But I gotta be honest, I don't think there's a doubt in my mind. I don't think there's a question in these people's hearts either. I think Lit. Oh, wait a second. Hey, look at that! 23 views. Looks like we will actually have an MVP decided by the fans. Well,
That's okay.
what do you know, guys?
Who would your MVP go to, anyways? Before we're
Lit,
gonna give it off to
lit,
the
lit. I'm Lex. 100%. He was
100%.
100%. He deserves it the whole
The
way.
casters are both
In
on the
game
same
one,
page.
he was able to make so many catches, so many plays, consistently hit a lot of damage, was able to take control of the game. And then when game 2 came around, Lit said, I know my mid lane in Freddy. I know he's not going to be able to get this one to work, but I will hold him up and I will make him win. I will do it. I'll do it. And you know what? He did. He did in damage. He consistently made the plays. He made the catches. He provided the damage necessary. He hit. He hurt. He did it.
And it's not even that.
And I think despite Wind Moon's insane war coverage, absolutely insane war coverage,
Insane.
you just cannot deny those amount of kills he provided. It is unbelievable how many kills he got in that game. I know Wind Moon Film did incredible on Ward, but Lit just, he needed to be where he was to make things happen. And that is why he gets this MVP. I can't see anyone else on their team.
Honestly, I agree completely with you, Army. The first game, Lit just proved that he can take the fight to them. He helped out Freddy when it came to like getting solo kills, getting picks, getting those crucial ultimates on team fights. Then the second game, 2 deaths. How much in a in a 41-minute game, 2 deaths. That can easily tell you what's the decisive factor in the game. He didn't die, 42k damage, just consistently being there, just helping his team, putting Freddy on his back, and just saying, "Let's go. You and I can both do this together." And again, Wind Moon, amazing ward coverage, amazing picks. I think he played spectacular. Providing that frontline peel for Licks, but man, he lit it up, man.
Hold on. Don't you get ahead of yourselves, boys. You guys do get the straw poll. You will decide who gets it. I mean, I will say that our Agian, or Agian, like August, Agian.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
admit
he also
that with the
played really
Baron
well.
steal, with the pressure he was able to hold off, was an incredible performance. He prevented CG Logic from taking the Baron. Like, he was a big factor in game 1 and in game 2 when he was playing Gnar and Cho'Gath. Both of those games were really, really great. And the Baron steal was incredible. But I can't see Lit on Lex not getting the MVP in this one. Clearly, there's going to be votes for the top laner for the Baron steal, but Lit on Lex, you actually deserve the MVP for what you did in this game. I know you're I understand you devaluing a little bit of what you did in this game as what you're supposed to do, but the truth is you did more than what you were supposed to do. You did a lot more than what you're supposed to do to make things happen. Without you, you would have had a lot less kills. There would have been a lot less plays being made, a lot less everything. Without you in the mix, that would have been a completely different game. And I gotta admit, the Cho'Gath steal was great. I just don't see it any other way.
It's not just the Cho'Gath. I mean, the first game, I think, if anybody wants to, vote for top lane, I think the first game was basically the reason why you should vote. I still believe Lit should deserve the MVP, but top lane, Augian, I believe, he did not fall behind to that Irelia counter pick.
Fo ready, just so we're clear, I'm just saying, I'm basing my opinion solely on game 1 when I say that, but doubling it down on game 2. Game 1, Lit caught 5 people with his W. Managed to play really great for Lit. Just absolutely incredibly well. He hit incredibly great CC when he was Jhin. Just absolutely awesome. To be honest, I just realized when I checked out the views here, when I was taking a look at it, I just realized that it was only 23 views for literally 1 second. And then it dropped back to 18, which is technically like, I could say, nah, you know what? Nah, my vote supersedes this. Because it is my rule to begin with anyway. I could be that guy, Joker. I could totally say, you know what? Nah, the public opinion doesn't matter after all. Forget the public. I'm going to supersede this decision and say Lex deserves it because he does. But you know what? I'm not that kind of guy. I respect the people's opinions. And I know 5 of those votes were most likely your guys' team's voting, and that's what I respect. That's what I respect a lot. So I will go ahead and say congratulations to the new kid, the new top laner. You have won an incredible and monumental victory for the D-k9 crew with your incredible Baron steal. Congratulations. You have won the MVP. And I will 100% wait for you in the general lobby so we can go ahead and have this conversation. Congratulations. I need to know your name exactly right anyway. So, might as well ask directly from the source, you know what I mean? Aguin? I need to know. Come on over. Let's go ahead and have our chat.
God damn it.
Well, why you say this, my friend?
Fucking Lit deserves it.
What? Lit deserves the MVP? No. He deserves the MVP? Really?
Yeah, I guess you could say both those games he was on fire.
Great, man. Beautiful. You know what? I've been really hyped. I was a very hyped guy for this, because I was like, I walked into this like, what's this new top laner? What could he do? What can he do? He's gonna play against Marksman? Marksman's gonna beat him. It's whatever. That's what my whole mentality was from the very beginning. And then I saw you play. I was like, okay. Alright, he's doing pretty solid. Okay. He's providing pressure. He's doing his thing. Game 1. Game 1 concludes. I was like, yeah, he did a really good job. He did his part pretty well. Game 2 comes along. Alright, you take Cho'Gath. Okay, that's pretty good. Suddenly, a Baron appears before you. You TP in. 1,000 health left. Bite it. You take it. D-k9 turns it all the way around. You win. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this very important question. What do you think about your performance in that? What do you think? Do you feel like this is the best you could do, the worst you can do? What do you think?
I think I played to the par that the team needed me to play.
Wrong!
My whole skill, like my whole basis of how I play is just I play tanks and I play for team fights and I play for the team. I don't really play for solo kills or anything. That's my playstyle. That's how I play. Something I do want to say, Eugene, In Greek mythology, it means when something is so difficult it seems impossible. I chose this name for that Baron steal. That's the only reason why I chose it.
Oh.
And against the top laner, he was pretty good. He solo killed me a couple of times, but he fucking sucks at team fighting, so that's where I came on top. But still, Lick totally carried it.
And I agree with your opinion and decision here, but D-k9, with most of those votes, have said their statement. And by coincidence, I just happened to allow the audience to vote for the MVP. So by coincidence, you are technically the MVP. But you know what? You know the thing about coincidences? They present themselves. They give a chance for greatness.
For greatness.
You provided that greatness by taking something that someone else should have gotten. And you know what? That is great. And that is great out of you. You won a very important game. You and your team won an insanely great game, because this is a monumentous and very important D-k9 victory. With this victory, you guys are now currently the only team remaining that is on a perfect
undefeated
run. On a perfect run, yes.
And it's going to stay that way. We can all sleep and it'll stay that way.
I see what you're saying, man. Coincidences aside, you made the right call when the situation mattered. And if I could shake your hand, I would. Because you did a really great job. So, bottom line here, guys. Final question I have here is, do you feel like Joker will never steal another Baron again because you're here?
No, he's going to steal every dragon. Every single objective the enemy teams are going to go for, he's going to steal them. So they shouldn't even try to. They shouldn't even try to take them, let alone summon on the rifts, because we're going to destroy them anyways.
Well, you pressured, you provided, you conquered. And congratulations to that once again. So, what's the future look like for D-k9 as my final saying here? Unless Breezy, you have anything.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know you guys were probably talking about it. My computer decided to just shut off, but I just wanted to ask, what were you thinking when they picked Aurelia?
I mean, if you look at any I'm level 7 on Aurelia. That's my most mastery points, but I hadn't faced it in a while, so I was pretty shocked. But I still knew what I had to do going into the game playing Gnar.
Okay, man. Before I let you go, before I let you walk out of there, I need to know one thing. This is a monumentous victory for D-k9. This is a big one. I'm not asking for the best song you got. I'm not asking for the trolliest song you got. I'm asking, what's the song you want to say for this? What's your MVP song?
Can I perform it?
It'd be my honor. In fact, what song are you performing?
I think it'll be freestyle.
Freestyle?
Alright.
Okay, what you need? You set?
I don't need anything.
Alright, okay. Well, the floor is yours, my friend. Begin when you're ready.
Okay.
No fucking way. No.
Wow, that was solid, dude. That was pretty solid. I was expecting maybe like
I'm expecting a rap. And,
a bit, yeah, right?
You know, and I hear donkey.
I was feeling like I was about ready to like chime in, and it's like do something really stupid. I'm glad I didn't do it. Okay, man. I'll let you go unless you actually want to add a song after that, but I don't think so. Freestyle was great.
No song.
All right, man. Clean. Drop the mic.
Right.
You all set. You can show yourself out. You clean, dude.
One thing before you go. Cryo is definitely going to take at least a game or two, maybe a series.
Okay, that's a statement. That's a bold statement, and he walks himself out of there with a smug and a snicker. His confidence just got bigger. Now, everybody, bottom line here, congratulations to their team. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. This is the match of the weekend here, and the final match of Saturday. I thank you once again for this incredible and impressive performance by D-k9. And
Yeah, a really good series.
I hope they can give us another one next time. Breezy, I'm gonna see you leave. You all set to skedaddle? Head over to the general or something. Whatever you want to do.
Yep. All right.
I'm
Thanks,
gonna
Dominic,
go
for having me.
Of course, man. That was fun.
Yeah, great series. Good job, D-k9. Good job, Cetra. Peace.
I'm gonna go ahead and close the door and basically call it a night. Congratulations to D-k9 on their victory. May the Have Faith Esports congratulate them as a whole as well. They've earned it. Good night, everybody.